Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we are cracking open the vault on something pretty fascinating, the daily habits that actually build extraordinary wealth. We're going to deconstruct the blueprint, the real system used by some of the most successful people on the entire planet. So, you got to ask yourself, what really is the secret? The secret sauce. Is it just winning the lottery, getting that one lucky break, or having some genius idea that strikes like lightning? We tend to think it's some big single event, but the truth? Well, the truth is usually something way more fundamental.
Yeah, it's not about luck. It's a blueprint. It's a repeatable system that's built on a foundation of very specific, very powerful daily habits. So today, we're laying out that blueprint piece by piece so you can see exactly how it's built. Let's get right into it.
All right, so every great building starts with a rock-solid foundation, right? Well, for building wealth, that foundation is all in your head. It's your mindset. So our first section is all about rewiring your brain and adopting the core beliefs that make everything else even possible. The first habit, and you could argue it's the most important one, is this. The ultra-successful are absolutely voracious, non-stop learners. They get that their most valuable asset isn't a stock or a piece of real estate. It's what's between their ears. It's their own knowledge. And this right here just frames the idea perfectly. For them, learning isn't some chore you had to do in school. No, it's a necessity. It's like breathing or eating. They know that the day you stop learning is the day you start falling behind. It's that simple. And look, making this a real part of your life doesn't have to be this huge, complicated thing. We're talking about small, consistent actions. Just 30 minutes of reading a day, turning your drive to work into a mobile classroom with podcasts or audiobooks, or just actively reaching out to people who know more than you do. These are such simple inputs, but they have these massive compounding returns over time. Okay, next up in our mindset rewire, learning to embrace risk. But wait, not just any risk. This is the key distinction. They are masters of the calculated risk. This quote just brilliantly nails the modern paradox, doesn't it? In a world that's changing this fast, playing it safe is actually the most dangerous thing you can do. See, the goal isn't to avoid failure completely, it's to make sure your wins are way bigger than your losses. And this breaks it down perfectly. A calculated risk, on one hand, is based on information. It has what we call asymmetric upside, meaning the potential reward is huge compared to the potential loss, and you've got a plan to minimize that downside. But gambling? That's just throwing dice based on emotion and hope with no control. They're not even in the same universe. Okay, so we've started to rewire our minds. We're committed to learning and to taking smart risks. But a mindset without action, well, that's just a daydream. So section 2 is where the rubber really meets the road. It's all about turning that mindset into actual results through unwavering discipline. Now, habit number 3 sounds so simple, but man, in our world of instant everything, it is incredibly difficult. It's practicing strategic patience. And this isn't about sitting back and doing nothing. No, it's about making a conscious, active decision to play the long game. I absolutely love this quote. It's like a fundamental law of finance, The market, business, even life, it all tends to reward the people who can wait for the right opportunity, who can just let their investments grow without getting scared and pulling the plug too early. So what does this actually look like day to day? Well, it means you're not jumping on every hot new thing that comes along. It means you truly understand the almost magical power of compound growth over decades, not days. And it means being able to say no to the small pleasure today for a much, much bigger payoff tomorrow. All right, this next one completely shatters the myth we see all the time. Habit number 4 is that they are deeply, truly frugal, and they relentlessly reinvest their money. Seriously, forget the flashy lifestyle you see on Instagram. Real wealth builders are obsessed with their balance sheet, not their spending habits. This quote just gets right to the heart of it. Your salary, that's just one piece of the puzzle. The numbers that really matter are how much you're keeping, how hard that money is working for you 24/7, and whether you're building a foundation that can actually last. Then again, the blueprint is surprisingly simple. First, you have to create a gap, any gap, between what you earn and what you spend. Second, you pay yourself first. Automate it so a piece of every paycheck goes straight into investments before you can even touch it. And third, you have to know the difference between an asset, something that puts money in your pocket, and a liability, which takes it out. So we have the mindset. We have the discipline. Now, we add the final piece of the blueprint, sort of like the roof that ties the whole structure together. Section 3 is all about elevating our thinking to the level of a true strategist.
This one is a total game changer. Instead of focusing only on finite goals, like I want to make $1 million, they focus on building systems. These are the daily processes and routines that, when you do them consistently, make success almost inevitable.
This quote from James Clear is just so powerful. Think about it. Your goals are the destination, sure, but your systems are the car that actually gets you there. And if you don't have a reliable car, the destination doesn't even matter, right? Your daily habits, that's your system. So how do you actually build these systems? Well, you automate everything you can. You create powerful morning and evening routines that set you up for success. And you stop trying to hit a home run every day. Instead, you just focus on getting 1% better. That's a system that, over the long run, literally cannot fail. Okay, habit number 6 is a cornerstone of any good financial strategy. You never, ever rely on a single source of income. They work to build multiple streams, from their business, from investments, real estate, you name it. And this isn't just a defensive move for safety, it's about playing offense. Each new stream gives you more capital to reinvest, which just dramatically speeds up the whole wealth creation process. It's like they say, 1 is the most dangerous number in business. And finally, we have the 7th habit, and this is one that gets so easily overlooked in our culture of being constantly busy. They schedule and fiercely protect time to just think. This is dedicated time to step away from the daily chaos, zoom out, question everything, and plan for the next 5, 10, even 20 years. This isn't wasted time. It's the highest leverage thing they do. This is where the real breakthroughs happen. So there you have it. That's the blueprint. It isn't one single secret, right? It's a whole integrated system. You've got the mindset, which is the foundation. Then you have discipline, which builds the structure. And finally, you have strategy, which is the roof that protects and completes the whole thing. Each habit just builds right on top of the others. The entire blueprint is laid out right in front of you. So the question now isn't really what to do, it's where you're going to start. Every great building, no matter how big, begins with laying a single block. So looking at these habits, which block will you lay first?